Let's understand the iframe tag, which stands for inline frame and is used to display multiple local web pages or remote web pages in the browser window. By local web pages, I mean the web pages available in the current website. And by remote web pages, I mean the web pages available in another website. So let's write the iframe tag. It is a paired tag, so it will have an opening and a closing tag. Let me save the file. You can see we got a frame where we can display a web page. In between the opening and closing iframe tag, we can give a fallback value. For example, this browser does not support iframe tag. So if user's browser does not support the iframe tag, then this fallback value or content will be shown to him. Save the file. You can see the output. In the opening iframe tag, we can write the source attribute, and here we can give a relative or absolute path of a web page. For that, I'm gonna create a web page first with the name page1.html, and with the VS Code shortcut, I'm gonna create a basic structure. The title would be page 1, and inside body I'm gonna write this is page 1. Save the file, and I'm gonna create another HTML file with the name page2.html, and again with the shortcut I'm gonna create a basic structure. The title would be page 2, and inside body I'm gonna write this is page 2. Save the file. Let's go back to the index.html file and close our file menu, and in the src attribute I'm gonna give the value which would be // and page1.html. Save the file. You can see in this frame the page1.html file got displayed. We can copy this iframe tag and paste this, and in the src attribute I'm gonna give the path of our page2.html file. Save the file. You can see we have another frame where page2.html file got displayed. Let me add some bg color to the pages so you can see in a better way. So in the page1.html file, to the body attribute I'm gonna give the bg color attribute, and the value would be sky blue. Save the file. You can see the page1.html file has background color sky blue, and in the page2.html file, to the body tag I'm gonna give the bg color attribute with the value pink. Save the file. You can see the page2.html file has the background color pink. Let me go back to our index.html file and maximize the browser. You can see the iframe tag is an inline level tag. That's why both of the iframe tags are in side by side. They are not taking the full width of the browser window. Let me minimize the browser. We can control the width and height of the iframes using the height and width attribute. So in the second iframe tag I'm gonna write the width attribute. It will have the value which is 500 pixel. Save the file. Maximize the browser. You can see the width of the second frame got increased. Let me minimize the browser and give a height attribute with the value 100 pixel. Save the file. You can see the height of the second frame got decreased. Let me go to the page1.html file, and after this text I'm gonna write a paragraph tag with 100 dummy words. Save the file, and if I maximize the browser, you can see there is a scroll bar in our first frame. Because the text is long, that's why it is giving a scroll bar, so we can scroll and read the next content. If you want, you can hide or disable the scroll bar. So let me go back to the index.html file, and in the first iframe tag I'm gonna write the scrolling attribute, scrolling, and the value would be no. If I save the file and maximize the browser, you can see there is no scroll bar in the first frame, and we can scroll to see the next content. Minimize the browser, and other thing you can observe that our frames has border around them. We can control that as well using the frame border attribute. So in the second iframe tag, I'm gonna write the frame border attribute, and the value here would be 0. 0 means no border, and 1 means yes, it should have a border. So I'm gonna give 0 and save the file. You can see the second frame does not have any border. While learning anchor tag and forms, we understood that the name attribute is very important. We can give names to our iframes as well. So I'm gonna write the name attribute in the first iframe, and I'm gonna give a name which would be first frame and save the file. And I will create another HTML file with the name page3.html, and with the VS Code shortcut, I'm gonna create a basic structure. It will have a title which would be page 3, and it will have a paragraph inside the body with the text this is page 3, and it will have an image with the src./ then pic.jpg. I'm gonna remove the alternative attribute for this moment and set the width 200 pixel. Save the file and go back to the index.html file and close the file menu. So we gave a name to our first iframe tag, which is first frame, and now I'm gonna create a link with the anchor tag. So I'm gonna write the anchor tag with the href set to ./ then page3.html. Text in between the opening and closing anchor tag would be go to third page, and I'm gonna give the target attribute here also, but the value won't be _self or _blank. Instead of this, it will be the name of our first frame. So whatever we gave as a value to the name attribute in our first iframe tag, I'm gonna copy that and paste that in our target attribute as well. So these two are same. If I do this, what will happen? Let me show you. So I'm gonna save the file, Ctrl S. You can see a link here, go to third page. If users click on this link, then page3.html will be opened in the first frame. So in iframe tag which has the name first frame, which is this one. So I'm gonna click on the go to third page link. You can see in our first frame the page3.html file got displayed. How cool is that? So this is how we can work with iframe tag and add multiple pages to our browser window. In the next video we will see that how we can add remote pages and remote page elements like YouTube video or Google Maps in our web page with the help of iframe tag.